It is here again, oh. It is here again. What is here again? That determining factor. That one examination that is very important. That examination, the result of which will guarantee your admission into the higher institution. It is here again. Today, I want to talk to the students that will be writing their WAEC, the West African examination for senior secondary school students, SS3. Students, I wish above all things that you all do well and pass excellently. But at the same time, it is not magic. There is no magic anyone can perform if you have not prepared well for your examination. So today I'll be talking about preparing for examination. I know for those of you that want to write WAEC, some of these tips might be too late, but at the same time, it's better late than never. The first thing you need to do is to ensure that you start early. If you are writing WAEC and you are now starting now, so if you are writing WAEC and you are starting now, how well do you think you will perform? How well do you think you will perform? I know the majority of students these days, they are not keen about putting more efforts in their exams. They are not keen about it. They take it with levity. But for those of you, because I know that no matter how bad the situation is presently among our teenagers, I'm very sure that there are still some teenagers that are studious, that know what they are doing, and they have good parents that are assisting them. So the first thing you need to do in preparing for your exam, be it WAEC, be it any external exam, is for you to start early. You cannot, the questions that will be asked are questions based on 3 years of your stay, of your studying in school. So, and if there are questions you have based on what you did year 1, year 2, and year 3, and you are starting now to go through all you have been taught for 3 years, you will agree with me that that might not be possible. It might wear you down. So the best way for you to study for exam is to start early on time. And not just starting early. When you start early, consistency matters as you start early. So when you start early, it enables you to study well and cover a lot of skills. The second tip is that you need to study to understand. You don't study to memorize. You don't study to cram, as some people will call it. You cannot study. How can you study courses or subjects or topics that have been taught over 3 years? How can you memorize all that? So the second tip is that after starting early, you need consistency. And the second one is that you need to understand, to study, to understand what you are reading. Don't memorize it. After reading, give yourselves questions. Set questions for yourself. Try and answer them without going back into your notes. And by the time you finish answering, mark by yourself, score yourself, and see how well you have done. That is how to study. By the time you score yourself, if you have not done well, you know that this thing, I did not understand it enough. I need to go over it again. Not memorizing. Study to understand. Be able to interpret what you are studying to yourself. Be able to explain it to yourself in your own language. That will help you a long way. So the third one How many past questions have you practiced? If you want to perform excellently in any external exam, you need to study lots and lots of past questions, because oftentimes these people or the board that is setting these questions have what they call question bank, and from their question bank they bring out questions that they are going to ask every year. So it recycles like that, on and on. So if you have taken your time to practice past question of 6 years minimum over and over again, and you are used to it, even when you are sleeping and somebody wakes you up and asks you a question in biology, because you have practiced over and over, you'll be able to answer even when you are snoring. That is how to pass excellently. It's not by shortcuts. It's not by examination malpractice. It's not by impersonation, asking somebody to sit for exam. It's not by waiting for somebody you are giving money to come and call the answers to you, or sleeping some already ready-made answers into your hands. No, you need to practice past questions over and over again. When you do that, my dear, you are good to go, and there is nothing that can stop you from passing excellently well. So while studying again, another tip is that you must avoid distraction. While studying, avoid distraction, like the screen, like people gisting around you, like phone calls, like games. Avoid all that of all sorts of distractions. And after you have done all that, take your time to rest. Take your time to give yourself a break. Take your time to relax. Having done that, build confidence in yourself that by having studied, having understand what you have studied, and having sure that you have done all that are needed of you as a student. Build that confidence in yourself and ensure you don't entertain any fear. So in conclusion, I would say start early and stay focused and believe in your effort. And as you do this, don't forget to pray as well, and the Lord will help you. No, there's a popular adage that says, okay, if God does not build the house, then the laborers are doing in vain. It's God that will help you to succeed. It's the one that gives men success. And as you have played your part, He will definitely play His own part. And having seen that you have done well, you have put in your best, you have played your part, God is not a disappointment. He will give you a very resounding victory, even in your WAEC. So until we see again, don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to this channel. Do have a great day.